Hello everyone, welcome back to LLD. I'm Liz Loves Davis, and today I am going to be attempting to do a quick face of makeup, or semi-quick, we'll see how it goes. That was better than my last one. So as you can see, I've already done my eyebrows, and I wanted to make sure I got that part done and out the way, because honestly that's probably the most time consuming thing that there is to do. And I'm going to be prepping my face with this Bobbi Brown vitamin enriched face base that I got from my Ipsy bag for November that I shared with you guys a few weeks ago. And so I'm going to attempt to put this on my face. It's like really cloudy feeling. It does seem like they jam-packed like a pretty good amount in there, if you can see that. So it has like a lemony, fresh kind of scent, which I kind of like. It doesn't smell super overwhelming, and so that I like. I'm not gonna put too much on. It kind of almost smells like the nighttime face mask that I showed you guys in one of my previous videos. I'd have to look up the name of it again, but that's kind of what it smells like. It smells pretty good. Lemony and refreshing, and then it gets tacky like really fast, which is to me kind of a good sign, because that means that, you know, the makeup that we're going to put on our face is going to stick, and it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to be moving around, and it doesn't feel like it made my face oily from what I can tell. Okay, so I wanted to take this video to be able to use a lot of the products that I did get in my Ipsy bag, and so I'm going to be using this Maracuja tinted hydrator, I think I'm saying that right, from Tarte. It's in the shade Tan Sand. So I'm going to be putting this on my face today as my foundation. It's a tinted hydrator, so it should go on pretty similarly to how the tinted BB cream that I used in one of my previous videos went. So we'll see how this goes. I'm just going to actually just squeeze it on my face, because I don't want to take forever applying it. It seems like it might be a pretty good shade actually, just looking at it. I don't want to use too much until I get a feel for how it goes on the face. So I'm gonna rub this side in. I'm gonna rub this side in like a lotion. I'm just gonna like kind of move that on my face. I'm gonna look in my mirror over here. You see how that's going on. So it does look like it's pretty close to my skin tone, and it's going on just like almost feels like a sunscreen, if I were to do a sunscreen. So I just wanted to attempt to rub that in my face and see how it looks when I rub it in. So now I'm going to use this Keshima large flat top kabuki brush, and I'm going to use this to spread the rest of that around on my face, because I feel like I want to get a little bit more coverage than moving it with my fingers would give me. So you can kind of like already tell it's covering a lot easier on my face than just using my fingers like I did on the other side. So I'm just going to come over here a little bit too, make sure everything's all evenly on my face. As you can tell, this is not like a full coverage foundation. So if you're going for the tinted hydrating look, you know, for me personally, I would prefer not to have like all these dark spots on my face. But, you know, it's going on pretty good, so I can't complain, especially for like a fast face look. It's very quick to put on, very easy to put on. You're getting like minimal coverage if you want like a more natural look on your face. I'm going to carefully go around my eyebrows just like that. Get in between, because I like to make sure I do that. And I use just the regular Anastasia. I never know which one it is. I've heard people say it both ways. But I've used the Anastasia eyebrow pencil. So that's just my usual. I like to use the eyebrow pencil. It's very fine, and so I'm able to do my eyebrows to where they have a more natural look. You guys, I would have to show you a picture, but I got a reminder from Instagram about how I did my eyebrows 3 years ago, and oh my gosh, I wish somebody had told me that I was walking around with super bushy eyebrows, because that was ridiculous. So my parents said they had tried to tell me that I was making my eyebrows super bushy, but I didn't want to listen. I was newly into makeup, and that's just what I ended up using, or ended up doing with my eyebrows. So for concealer today, I was on the fence about doing the Born This Way or doing the Tarte Shape Tape. And since I'm already doing Tarte Shape for my entire face, I feel like I should stick with Tarte and just do Tarte Shape Tape underneath my eyes too. That's where I'm leaning, and I think I'm going to do it. I might use the Born This Way on my eyelids because this shade is a little bit darker. So it might go on my eyes a little bit better for just the base for doing the eyeshadow that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to go ahead. This is a brand new thing of the Tarte Shape Tape. You don't need a lot. This is going to be a fast face, so I really don't want to do too much. Just enough, and even that's probably still a lot. Just enough to kind of cover these dark bags I got going on my face. I've been so tired, you guys. As you guys have been able to tell, like, I have not been posting a lot on my Instagram, my business Instagram. I have not been, like, doing much of anything when it comes to these videos, and I had apologized to you guys about that. But it's just been, like, really hard to feel motivated to do things, if that makes sense. It's just been, like, really, I think it's the weather change, to be honest. Because I know a handful of people that are just, like, feeling the same way I'm feeling. Like, yeah, I totally get what you mean. Like, I don't feel like doing anything at all. And do you see what I'm talking about? I barely tapped anything on my face, and it's already, like, super light right there. Which I'm going to go in with my foundation brush to kind of blend that out, make it more seamless with the tinted moisturizer that was used. But I used Tarte Shape Tape for, like, a really long time. It was the only thing I used on my face for a really long time as far as concealer went. And it's not a drugstore brand, so it's going to be a little bit more costly. Like, you're going to have to pay a little bit more to have this particular one. But you can get, like, a really good payout from, like, NYX concealers as well. So NYX is always a good choice. I do like how this brush is, like, doing the concealer on my face. But I have not used this type of concealer on my face in so long. And there's barely, like, I mean, there's, like, you can tell there's some on there, obviously, but it's, like, really keeping the product on my face a lot. And I'm just going to put this over here, too, because there's so much. I had a feeling that was going to be too much. But, yeah, this, concealer was the only one I used for a really long time, and so I started trying out different concealers, and it actually ended up being something that I really enjoyed doing, was trying out different concealers. And so I'm actually really happy that I did, because I found some pretty good ones, and it's something that I enjoy trying out, and so that was always good. So see how I blended that? I'm still getting the highlight on my chin, but not so much that it's overwhelming. So I'm just gonna buff out, like, the edges of this. I don't want to, like, completely get all the way up here, because I do still want that to kind of be light on my face. Give that tiny little dab right there. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite foundation brushes. Because look at that, like, that happened. I'm going to give a little bit of dab up here because it is a little bit too light. We do want it to be light, but we don't have a full face of makeup on, so we don't want it to be too light. I think this was already there. Like I said, this is not a full coverage foundation, or yeah, full coverage foundation. So the coverage that you're gonna get from a tinted moisturizer is not like gonna cover up anything or make anything look like it's flawless. So we're working with it. We're doing the best we can. Like I said, semi-fast face, but this is probably the second longest part about doing makeup is the concealer, because especially with something that's like this much payout when using concealer, you're gonna get a lot out of it. But see how this side sat for a minute before I started to work with it, and then this side I almost went in and started doing it almost right away. Sometimes with certain concealers it's really good to let it sit first. Now I crease up on underneath my eyes really easy, and I started watching Jackie Aina recently, who's apparently been like one of the very first makeup people on YouTube when YouTube was slowly coming out as like the next big thing. And she's been doing makeup for a really long time. And I love her because she's so like, she's real. She's gonna tell you straight up how things are. She's not gonna sugarcoat nothing. She's gonna be real with you. And so you almost feel like she's sitting right in front of you when she does her videos. And she's really goofy and she's silly and I love it. And so I just started watching her recently, and she was talking about doing concealer. She has a video on doing concealers underneath the eye by itself. And she said this, she started to get comfortable with realizing, she started accepting the fact that she has under eyes that crease no matter how you look at it. But she shows how you can attempt to like prevent that as much as possible by layering up concealers. And it was kind of like, it's, you know, it's a step-by-step process. It was kind of a lot of work, and that's just something you would have to do if you didn't want to have the creasing or anything like that. But I wouldn't necessarily do all of that because, you know, she was right. Like, once you start accepting the fact that your under eyes are going to crease, then it makes it easier to just kind of be like, okay, it's accepting, and you just move on with it, and you just do what you can to keep it from doing that. Okay, so we are prepped. Or not prepped, but we're prepped for eyeshadow. And that's pretty much the gist of what I'm doing on my face. I'm not doing a whole lot of anything. And so I just wanted to make sure I had concealer. We got the tinted moisturizer on our face. Doesn't look too bad right now. I feel a little oily because of this Tarte stuff. I haven't used Tarte in so long. I feel like that tinted moisturizer is a little oily, so not a huge fan of that. But now I'm just going to go in for the eyes, and I'm using this Jessup Luxe Soft Crease 221 brush. It came in a packet that I got off of Amazon. And not going to go crazy. Not going to go crazy with my eyes. Just going to use my Topaz Obsessions beauty palette from Huda Beauty. Love these mini things, you guys already know. And I'm going to dip into this peach color in the middle here and just sweep that along on the outside. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna be productive and I'm gonna actually pat this underneath my eyes too, so I can set this with a little bit of powder, but I'm just gonna use eyeshadow to do it instead of getting a whole nother powder to set underneath my eyes. Now, by the time I finish this video, honestly, it's probably going to be like almost 20 minutes long, and then I'll edit it, of course, and we'll see what time it ends up being. But this is honestly like a fast face. If I wasn't standing here talking about everything, then it would be a pretty fast look. So I'm just putting this all over my lid, just patting that in. Not bad. I'm going to put a little bit here. Anywhere I had concealer, we just want to set a little bit. And normally if I did like a fast face, then I would probably put the powder on and let it sit for a little bit, but I'm going to spray my face with some setting spray anyway, so it'll be fine. Then I'm going to dip into this, I wouldn't call that a burnt orange, it's almost a burnt orange color. I'm just gonna get a little bit of that, and I'm gonna sweep that into my crease. And that sweeped on really nicely, actually. I'm genuinely surprised at how well this brush worked out. A little bit more, and I'm gonna go in on the other side. Okay, now I'm gonna take this darker one. I'm gonna pop that on the outer part of my lid. I want to keep it right in there, sweeping that into the middle. Nothing super crazy. A little bit more on there. I do like this eyeshadow brush, however, it does seem to hold a lot of the color. So it's like I'm putting a good amount on the brush, but it's blending it very seamlessly on my eye. So I like the fact that it's going on my eye very nicely, but I don't like how much is staying on the brush. But yeah, that's coming out really nice. I generally tend to use the same shadow brush for my entire eye. So I'm going to sweep that as much as possible underneath. And like on the same side over here, whatever's excess is going to get swept under over here too. So a little bit more on this side than this side, but that's to be expected. I'm just going to barely do anything right there, just to get a little bit more color payout. Okay, that's pretty good. Happy with that. And now I'm going to use the same brush, dip into this brown here. I'm just gonna dab just a little bit, and then I'm gonna dab that on the outer corner just to give it some deeper definition on the eye. This is like the easiest way to create a smoky eye with any eyeshadow palette, is start with like a light or a middle shade and then work your way to the darker shade and use the darkest shade to just dab on the very ends of your eye. And you can create a bit of a smoky eye with just any shadow at all. Any shades. Greens and orange, I tend to use a brown to make it darker, with like making it like a gradient dark instead of like a really subtle like black dark eyeshadow on the ends. So I do like to use browns for like greens and sometimes purples, it depends. But definitely greens, definitely oranges, yellows, brown's a really good shade to use for that. Okay, now here always comes the tough part, whether or not I want to use a shimmer shade or this light pink shade on my eyelid. And because I'm going simple today, I'm actually going to use the light pink shade. I'm just going to put that right on the front of my lid and blend that with my finger into that burnt orange color that we put on our lid. Just like that. Super simple. And then it really looks like sleek after I go to put eyeliner on. You guys will see. It's going to come out so good. And sometimes you don't want to put a bunch of like shimmery shades. Like this palette has a ton of cute ones. Like all of these shades. I've used this one before. It was so pretty and it came out so well. I think I actually used that in one of my previous videos. But today I just want to go for a very simple, elegant kind of look. Nothing too crazy. And done. Okay, I like how that came out. It came out really nicely. So now I'm gonna go in with my eyeliners. You guys already know, my quick makeup bags. Most of the stuff that I'm using from these bags though has actually come from the November bag. No, I keep saying it's November. That's the October bag. I'm sorry. The October bag that I got last month, I actually haven't gotten my Ipsy bag for this month yet. But most of the stuff that I'm using came out of that bag in particular, and so I like how the 5 little mini things that I got are stuff that I'm using, and it's super cute. Don't mind my nail over here. This whole one just came off. I really need to do my nails, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this liner on just my lower lash line. I have a white one of these that I haven't tried yet. I'm a little scared to try it, to be honest. I haven't tried it yet, but I want to try it and see what kind of difference it makes. I had seen another girl use white eyeliner on her makeup looks, and it just came out so pretty. It made her look, you know, like you look awake. And for somebody that has like these dark lines and these dark dips underneath my eyes, I feel like it might make my eyes look better if I do that. Who knows? I might have to try that. Okay, so I'm using the Rare Beauty Perfect Strokes Matte Liquid Liner for my eyeliner. Let's see how clean of a line I can get looking a bit at a distance. I'm kind of shaky today, so we'll see how it goes. Oh no. It happens. It happens. That could be like a little mole or something. I really do love this eyeliner. Like Selena Gomez did something with this. You know, part of the problem is probably because I'm looking so far away. And I'm so shaky right now. It's not even funny. So I'm going to use my mirror here. I actually have not done my makeup in a few weeks, so and that's how you make it work. It's a little bit thinner on this side, but you know, I can never get it perfect. One side's always gonna look one way over the other. They have ways around that. They have stamps and stuff these days, but ain't nobody got time for that. Okay. See what I was talking about? See how that like light peach eyeshadow came together with the eyeliner? I'm so dumb sometimes. But yes, I like that. It came out really good. So now I'm going to use my little bronzer here from the Lovecraft Beauty. Just a hint. I'm not contouring or anything. I'm just putting some bronzer on my cheeks, giving me some warmth. And of course, this brush doesn't work as good as my other one, but make do with it. And see like how much bronzer that ended up being. You really don't need a lot. This bronzer goes a long way. Okay, and I'm going to use my Tarte Party Dress Amazonian Clay Blush. All things I've used before. Woo! That's the thing about using different brushes than what you're used to. Like, you're going to get a completely different payout based on what you're using. Like, that is way pinker than I want it to go. And that's why we just hang on to the foundation brush to blend this out. You see that? The right brushes are always a good thing to invest in. Always, always. Because just using the wrong brush and you're going to get something that you're not trying to achieve when it comes to makeup. So honestly, if I had to tell you to invest in anything, it would be a good brush set. And you can get like a good brush set for cheap, like off of Amazon. And it could still be like a really good one. Just because you're getting, you know, a good brush set doesn't mean it has to cost you an arm and a leg to get one. I got this off of Amazon. So just saying. This one was actually a gift. And it came in like, I think it's Right Techniques Ultimate Buffing Brush. I got this off of it was a gift from Kohl's, I think. Anyways, I probably won't be using it again. And then this highlight fan brush came in with my Ipsy bag last month. So I'm actually going to use this to use the Ofra highlighter in the color Blissful. So that's what it looks like. It's really pretty. I was trying to get this lighting situation situated. So I'm just going to fan a little bit of this on my brush. I don't want to go be highlighting to the cuts or nothing. See, I barely got any and it's like, whoa. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine if I just went ham on this highlighter? That would be like too much. It's already a lot. I'm not like, I like highlighters, I really do. But I don't be putting it like all over my face or on my collarbone and all that stuff. Don't have time for that. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and spray my face. And I use the Urban Decay All-Nighter Spray in the Summer Solstice. So while I wait for that mist to kind of just dry, what is going on? Did I have a brush malfunction or what? I can't tell if that's my hair or not. Okay, that just happened. While I wait for this to dry, I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with the LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner in the shade Chocolate. You guys have seen me use this before. I'm just gonna do a light little outline, nothing precise or crazy. Just enough. And then I like to rub that back and forth. I'm gonna use a tiny bit of the Yves Saint Laurent lipstick in the color. Oh, it doesn't show me the color. I'd have to get the box to show you guys. If you want to know what color this is, I can pull it up. I think it's like a chocolate shade too, because I like browns. I don't like browns that have red in them. this is almost like, it smells almost like berries. And a little bit, obviously, as you can tell, goes a long way. So just a hint of that, and some of my Pixie by Petra lip gloss. Normally I'm just like a lip liner and lip gloss kind of person, but a little folly lip color to go. Okay, my face is dry. I'm going to go in with the Bare Minerals Strength and Length Serum Infused Mascara. This also came in my Ipsy bag, so kind of excited to try this because it does say that it strengthens your eyelashes, and I'm all for strengthening my eyelashes. My eyelashes are not crazy, but you know, I just want them to be a little bit stronger than they are. Not, like, I've never seen a spoolie like this before. Have you guys ever seen this before? That's very different, very interesting. But let's see how it goes on. It's definitely combing my eyelashes really nicely from what I can see. I'm also looking at a distance, keep that in mind. But I do like it so far. Get the bottom ones just a little, but not bad. Spoolie had me looking some type of way for a second, not gonna lie. I'm not usually the type to like go ham on my mascara either. Like if I really want eyelashes to pop, then I have some magnetic lashes. But if I can strengthen and lengthen my own lashes, then I may not use fake ones anymore, except on occasion. You never know. Okay. And we are done. I'm gonna fix my hair and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm all done. I put a shirt on and fixed my hair, which, you know, I'm really loving this hair color. Really considering dyeing it this color permanently. Well, not like permanent, but you know what I mean. Like really dyeing my hair. This is the Curlsmith hair makeup. I did a video on that, which will be going up if it's not up already. You know, I never know which video I'm gonna post next. I did have people ask for the makeup video first, so I may post this video first and then post my hair video after. Undecided. We'll figure it out when we get there. But anyways, definitely do kind of like how the look came out. I love the eyes. The concealer underneath I do like. I'm not a huge fan of the tinted moisturizer because the tinted moisturizer kind of feels like it gives a dewy finish, and I prefer matte finish, to be honest with you. I don't have really oily skin. I usually only get oily around my nose and right in this area for my T-zone. But other than that, I really don't have dewy skin. I have slight combo skin. The rest of my skin is pretty normal. And so I don't like the tinted moisturizer. I do prefer the matte finish. I was hoping my spray would give me a little bit more of a matte, but still looking kind of dewy. And that awesome highlighter is not helping. Anywho, as far as the Bobbi Brown primer for my face, the face base, I do like this. I do feel like I'm going to try and use it again with maybe a better foundation, see how it works with a better foundation or an actual foundation and not a tinted moisturizer, and see what happens. That could have also affected the way the tinted moisturizer looked on my face. That could have caused the dewy finish, and so it didn't feel oily, but I have to go and pay attention a little bit more when I apply it to see if it looked dewy after I finished putting it on. So those are my reviews for the tinted moisturizer and for Bobbi Brown. I do like the mascara. The mascara was really nice, and I like the fact that it's going to strengthen and lengthen my natural eyelashes, so I will continue to use this and see if I see any results from using that regularly. And the Ofra highlighter. I do like this highlighter. It's a very nice color, especially for my skin tone. It's not too overpowering, and it's not some like extremely out there bold color. I will probably put this in my inner corners as well of my eyes, but I do like this. It's a very nice highlighter. And yeah, that's pretty much everything that I reviewed. I like the fan brush as well that I use for the highlighter that came in the Ipsy bag as well. And so let me know what you think. Do you like this look? Do you like how it came out? It goes by faster when I'm not talking, I promise. If you're willing to try some of these products out, please let me know in my comments below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so I'll be able to post more videos for you guys in the future and feel more motivated to do so. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll talk to you soon.